Would you like to see a soybean farmer gaslight himself into blaming Biden for the troubles he's having under President Trump? Watch this.
So this might be an unpopular opinion. I might lose some followers for this. I don't know. I just want to say it. The far left that's crying about Trump so-called quote-unquote bailing out us farmers, he's not bailing us out. I mean, technically he is, but everybody's blaming the soybean prices on tariffs. Tariffs is why the beans are so low. Tariffs is why the beans are so low. Rewind back to 2020 when Biden beat Trump in the 2020 elections. You can do your research on this. Soybean prices were $15.80 when Trump left office and Biden took place. Fast forward 4 years, 2024, Trump beats Biden, or should I say Kamala, which was Biden's puppet anyway. Trump beats her. Soybean prices are $9.50, $10. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure out why soybean prices are where they're at. It's because the 4 years of us under the Biden administration drove our input costs, through the roof. It is insane what a ton of fertilizer is. Price of chemical cost, price of fuel, price of equipment, price of parts, price of labor, price of everything. It's just astronomical numbers. That's why we can't make money at $10 soybeans, because the cost of everything has gone through the roof. It takes at least $13 for us to really even put $1 in our pocket. I'm not the one crying about the tariffs. It's the far left that is crying, saying it's because of the tariffs is the reason Trump is having to bail us farmers out. I don't get where these people that's on the far left, where they get their logical thinking. It just makes no sense to me. But for the record, if it wasn't for us farmers, most of y'all would be walking around naked and hungry. So take it for what you want. That's my 2 cents. Y'all have a good day.
Okay, so let's deal with the last part first. If it wasn't for us farmers, he said, most of y'all would be walking around naked and hungry. So if it wasn't for soybean farmers who mainly export their products, we would all be hungry? Make that one make sense. You said Trump isn't really bailing us out, and then immediately said, well, technically he is, because he is. He's going to bail you out for the second time. He had to do it under the first Trump administration when he started an unnecessary trade war with China, and you guys took the brunt of it, and we bailed you out back then. You didn't have to be bailed out during the 4 years of Biden, though, did you? No. Blaming tariff on low soybean prices. Low soybean prices right now might have something to do with the fact that you don't have a fucking market to sell to because Trump pissed off China. Last year, under Joe Biden, you sold $12.4 billion worth of soybean agricultural exports to the nation of China. This year, zero. That's why you're getting the low prices. You said that it drove everything under Biden drove your operating cost up. Well, what about now, man? I thought we just had the best 6 months in American history. I thought we were hotter than ever before, according to Donnie. We're doing better than we ever have. So why are your operating costs still up? Why haven't your operating costs come down? Biden hasn't been president for several months now. And the guy who you voted for keeps telling us we're doing better than we ever have. Why are your operating costs still up? And you said that you can't make money at $10 a bushel, or $10 a bushel soybean. You can't make money if you can't sell your soybeans, period, can you? And that's what's happening right now. The reason why you need to be bailed out is because Donald Trump once again started unnecessary trade wars with everybody, including the nation of China. The last time he started this unnecessary trade war with China, back during the first Trump administration, China turned to Brazil predominantly and said, hey, you guys are starting to do row crops more and more. We'll buy your soybeans. Brazil couldn't quite meet all of the demand, so China still had to buy some soybeans from the United States, but not as many as they normally would. In the intervening few years during the Biden administration, Brazil kept clearing out more rainforest to make way for more row crops so that they could meet China's demand even better. And now that Donald Trump has pissed them off again, keep in mind, under the Biden administration last year, you were able to sell $12.4 billion worth of your soybeans. This year, under the greatest 6 months ever, the greatest 9 months ever under the Trump administration, $0 worth of sales to China. Because they're relying more and more and more on other countries like Brazil, who is stepping up to the plate and meeting China's demands. Or Argentina, where we just gave them $20 billion. So, you have successfully gaslit yourself into believing the things that have happened to you under the Trump administration are somehow Joe Biden's fault.